Looting time! Oh. Rare species of vampires. As a scholar and exeget? I don't know. Of ancestral writings, I would never insist enough about the importance of talking legends and ancient folklore into account taking legends and ancient folklore into account when searching for hints about hidden or lost secrets. A common mistake is to make what we know for an established truth and use it to discard any contradictory material. For example, we must consider the possibility of undiscovered species of vampires, and the necessity to rethink. Wow, my voice is losing there. Losing? I guess, whatever. And rethink what we see as established truth about the various types of immortals. Based on that, we know and what we gather through time. Based on what we know and what we gathered through time. Wow, my fucking reading. Holy shit, every single time. For how many centuries did we consider that vampire was the vernacular term for what we had learned to call icon? Until the day 4 explorers of the Brotherhood found proof in Siberia that Volkodes were a lupine type of vampire. What is lupine? I don't know. We consider these creatures to be linked to the mythological werewolf. Oh. So they're just like hairy, screechy dudes? I don't know. Now we know it is not true. What about... Oh, so it's not true. Never mind. What about the rest? What about Rakshasa from my homeland? What about the Chinese Jiangxi? Or the Pechen, I guess? Pechen of southern Chile. I was hoping that when they said Chinese, I was hoping to see the... What's their names? From Bloodlines. Ming Zhao. What type of vampire she was? I don't remember. Whatever. And without even... And without even leaving the beautiful Great Britain, what about the stories about bat-shaped women sometimes seen flying around St. James Church in Louth? Is it Louth? I don't know. What about the creature only identified as a disaster in some obscure testimonies, which try to destroy London in 1666. Oh, 666. Ooh. By spreading plague all around the city. What about the Nimrod, the mythical figure of the restless vampire hunter, sometimes described by ancestral British icons as a legendary huntsman who only feeds on his prey's blood and could go unnoticed amongst the mortal and immortals. I tell you, my brothers, we never can be too sure of what we could find. If only we could forget for a few minutes what we're supposed to already know. And this is from the Unveiling the Night. No, stop it, for fuck's sake. I must inform you that of my deepest reservation. What? Must inform you of my deepest reservation concerning the Dr. Strickland and Fiddick case. Mr. Fiddick has been hospitalized after severe work injury. He may permanently lose the use of his arm if not treated adequately. Dr. Strickland claims that surgical procedure may save the man's arm completely. I say it may also sever its functions for good if complications arise. Our young colleague is an audacious and daring surgeon who might prove a great professional in a few years. But for now, he lacks the skills to perform such risky procedure. Yet I remind you of the mistakes he made in the past. Since Dr. Strickland refuses to listen to me, I strongly advise you to forbid him to perform such hazardous. It's come from the word hazard, like dangerous experiment. Oh, could that be a clue? It is a clue. Nice. This one. No. This one? Yeah, this one. Okay. So we got all clues with that dude. Maybe we can talk to him and uncover some more infos. Letter of Rakesh. That's the dude, the Rakesh dude we spoke with. Dr. Swansea. I will be glad to manage the temporary morgue as soon as it's opened. As I have already told you, I was a doctor during the war and I will be glad to serve my country again. I know it is not the same being physician for the dead as it is for the living, but I believe it is important to welcome and take good care of our departed too. Rest assured, I will do my best to fully perform this new duty to the best of my ability. Concerning the question of my qualification, I'm sorry I can't give you anything more valuable than my parole. I swear to you, parole? Was he in jail or something? Well, did he do something unethical and lost his license and was jailed for it? Or judged for it? I don't know. I swear to you that my regiment made me a doctor during the war, and that I saved many lives. If my word is not enough, you can contact the military administration to verify my experience and skills. They will confirm that even if I never followed any medical studies, the war taught me what a doctor really needs to know. Oh. So he's like a doctor by experience, not like actual doctor that finished studies and whatnot. That probably is a hint as well. It is. A clue, a hint, whatever. Rakesh has been appointed as a medic by mistake during the war. Right. Whew. Sorry, I've been yawning and yawning. It's almost 1 AM here and I'm reading a lot of text. Sorry. My brain is tired. Reading so much text at this hour is weird. Pipa, I wanted to speak with you.
Good evening, Naz.
Good evening.
Yeah. About the bed. Oh, I cannot. Why I cannot?
Goodbye, Naz.
Never mind.
Daily routine.
Yeah, we'll speak with her in a moment. I just want to speak with Rakesh first. Oh, and I wanted to speak with the other doctor as well.
Battalion of Pembroke.
Not Strickland. Where's the other doctor? Was it Tippett? No, it wasn't. Oh, I wanted to speak with you as well, though. About the morgue.
Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Let's see, we got this all done. No hands.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
I have no time for such triviality, my dear colleague. We're here to save lives.
Okay.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Damn it. I wanted to ask him about the signed autopsy. Guess I'll do it later on. It's cool, it shows recovery. That dude. Hello.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp... The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Hot damn, lady. Alright. Glad to see you. Do I feel played? Why do I feel played? Because she didn't introduce me, herself to me, but she did save our life. Kinda. Because we were with our backs to the enemy and she stabbed them and saved us. This is a silly question in my opinion, so I'm glad to see you.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
I'm here to help! Okay. Patients have given you trouble?
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
By drinking their blood? I don't believe you. Alright, I'll believe you for now. I have no other... I have no reason to not believe you at the moment. Because she does help with the hospital and she did save our life, so... kinda no reason to not believe you. So I believe you.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Right. I have a questions.
Pardon my boldness, your ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Okay. I guess if I will eat the culprit, as in drink its blood, it will frame her. So yeah, I guess.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
I don't think it's another vampire, but I will ask.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient, or their family.
Why not solve it yourself?
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
What do you want of me?
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Okay, continue.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
I just need information.
Excuse my impertinence, your ladyship. This is not an interrogation. I assure you that this line of questioning is in your best interest.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Good. I agree. Talk to Harriet in the hospital. Dun 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 dun. Is this Harriet? No. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Oh, that's the lady in the locked room. It's not locked anymore. Dun 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 dun.
Discuss.
I told you I'll get to you, Harriet.
What? What? What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please calm down.
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Branagans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Okay. Sorry for not talking during that conversation. I was trying to pay attention exactly to what you're saying. What's this?
Disgust on every street corner.
It's like a show thing. Alright, so I need to talk with the Norsees. Let's go talk with the Norsees.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
First Norsee is here. Do I need to speak with her? Hawkins? Yes. Hello, Hawkins.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Something new now? Alright. Strange men visiting nurses.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
She could have said the truth.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
She deserves our help.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
What can you tell me?
Let me get...
Okay, I thought maybe there will be something new. No.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Alright. She didn't really share any information, which is annoying.
We are horrific liars.
Good evening, Nurse Branagan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Okay.